Hey everyone, Squid here, and today we're going to be playing Mr. Magpie's Harmless card game. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have no idea what this game is even about, but I saw this and he looks absolutely terrifying. Look at those freaking eyes. All I know is that we have to apparently beat our boss or something bad happens. So I think we should just get started and let the game speak for itself. So here we go. Bro, look at those lifeless eyes. Are you gonna talk, my guy? Why does he have a stitch on his top left right there, by the way? Okay, well, here we go, I guess, right? I don't like that he's not talking. I don't know if you guys can hear, but it is almost silent. There's like a little bit of music. Wait, how do I even play? Is it gonna tell me? Okay, I got $1. I don't know what that means, though. Can I buy something? Why is the time going down? The time is 9:02. You have until midnight. 178 minutes remain. 1 minute passes whenever you flip a card. What? What even is this? Was there like a tutorial or something that I missed? What? So I flipped over a card and it turned red and I guess I lost a shield or something? So is this just like Russian roulette but with cards? Or I guess Minesweeper is more of it. Okay, so we have a multiplier +1. There are 0 enemies adjacent to this card. Yeah, this is just like basically Minesweeper but evil, I guess. Oh, so we can flip these two, right? Sweet, okay. So I'm gonna just say there's more than likely not going to be a bad one there then, because we already had a bad one there. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we have these. If you stop now, $12 will be all yours. I mean, why stop when we have like 3 hearts, right? What does this mean? Adjacent reactivator. Oh my god, guys, I'm so confused right now. I am so sorry to everyone watching this video because I also don't know what I'm doing. Interesting. I mean, I would assume one of these is going to be bad, so let's just take a risk. There are 2 enemies in this row. Yeah, so I'm assuming that one's bad. It's got to be one of these. Let's just go left. Oh, God. Okay, well, okay. So we know that that one's bad, that one's bad. More than likely, or actually that one has to be bad because it said there's 2. So one of these is bad. Ooh, well, we're good, right? No, let's just stop. Right? $45. Hey. It's a good takeout for almost losing our life. Okay, so now we have perks to buy. Spend wisely. Look at him. I don't understand. At least they put up the wet floor sign though, you know. Okay, so what is this? Placebo free. It works even when you know. Oh. Wait, no! I didn't have a chance to buy anything. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess we're saving our money then, right? I just realized as well, our hearts don't go back up, only our shields do. Okay, we added a multiplier, so I guess we're gonna earn double the money. Oh no. Okay, what does this mean? Adjacent reactivator. Does that mean that I don't know. One of those has to be bad for sure, right? Oh, why did I do that? I'm such an idiot. Well, more than likely that one's not bad then. I would assume one of these isn't gonna be bad. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Okay, well then that one's more than likely. There's 1 enemy in this row in the corners of the board. Oh, so we shouldn't go with these. We should go with that one, right? Okay, just to risk us not dying, can we just stop? I don't want to know what happens when we die. That's the thing, though. This game is intense. Wait, you can heal once, but it costs 10 minutes. Interesting. So I don't understand what this means. You have until midnight. Are we supposed to get like a certain amount of money before midnight? Wait, career progress, 120 minutes. That's it though. There's nothing else. I mean, let's just use up our time, right? We have the time. Ooh, that was kind of a lot though. Alright, so we have jealous perks, lonely money, and holy pillar. When you flip a multiplier, all perks gain 1 value. When you flip a lonely cash, you get to reactivate it. When you complete a column, your perks gain 3 value. You know what I just realized? The whole reactivate adjacent card thing, does that mean that I could have clicked those twice and I could have gotten more money? I mean, I kind of like this one. When you complete a column, your perks gain 3 value. Screw it. Can we re-roll this, I guess? I don't know what any of this means. Helpful hint. I bet you know someone who would love this game. Okay. Alright, well, let's just see here. So this is when you bet for free. This means the standard dose. Oh my god. $99? Side effects will include but are not limited to drowsiness, tremors, lots of vision, restless limbs, cervical inefficiency, Jerry, and sometimes a nagging feeling that you wish you had done something else, but now it's too late. You're too old. You should have started when you were young, like Josh. Please consult a physician experience these symptoms for at least 24 hours before you're unable to operate a telephone. What in the Bible verses? Then washed I thee with water, yeah, washed blood, anointed. Something about the Lord Gary. Okay guys, I have no idea what this is going on about. I'm gonna leave this here for just a second if you want to pause the video. It keeps talking about this thing called Jerry, which I don't know what it is. Exit. So for $999 you can leave. Let's go for the $9 one. We got the money, right? Oh my god. I don't know what any of this means, guys. I'm so scared. Okay, so what I'm seeing, there's 4 bad cards, there's 8 cash cards, an eye, 2 to the right reactivators, 3 multipliers, and we have 2 hints. I didn't even use the hint. Is that, how do I use a hint? Oh, that must have been the little cards that tell you how many enemies or anything. What happens when we flip the eye? The eye opens. What does that mean? This game is so confusing. If anyone in the comments below can just explain what's going on, please, I will love that. I will love you for that. To the right reactivator. So does that mean if I go here, can I reactivate that one? I don't know what that means. Either way, okay. So we got lucky there. We have a double. Ooh, we got a bad card. But this one's probably not bad. There are 2 enemies in this row. We already got 1. So one of these 4 cards is an enemy for sure. So I'm going to assume this one's bad, but I'm not sure. Okay. So we're basically taking a gamble here. Okay, we found out what the bad card was, so we should be able to flip the rest of these, right? Dang, if we would have gotten that one, we would have saved a shield. See, I don't know, because every time you flip a card, right, you use up a minute. Is it better to just stop playing right now and take what you have, or leave? It's like supposed to be some kind of message about gambling. So we have 0 hints and reactivators. The only thing we have are multipliers and cash, but there's still 4 no-nos out there. Okay, we got a multiplier card. Another multiplier card. Ooh, we're doing pretty good here, though. What does this mean? When you can... Oh, these are just the perks that we have, and we can actually sell these as well, which is kind of cool. So, we know for a fact that there are 4 bad cards remaining. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like it's better to just stop here, right? Because we know that only one of these cards is good. I'm just straight up gambling right now. I'm going to stop right here. 25. I don't understand what the eye does exactly. A smile book saved is a smile book earned. When you flip an enemy, flip a random cash card. That's actually kind of cool though, because that means if I flip a bad one, right? I'm gonna get that one. All right, I think I'm gonna save my money because I really want to try to get to this $99 one, and then I want to get to the 1,000 one. If I can't do that by the end of the video, I apologize. Wait, meltdown or suspicious eyes? Your undone quarterly outcomes. I guess we'll go with the $9 one. I'm assuming the more you pay, the more you can earn. So we know nothing. I still don't really understand what the eye does. Maybe that just means that it's not going to be bad. I don't know. Okay, so we have a cash one. We're already doing somewhat okay. See, I wonder what the strategy here is, though. Like, is it just random? Like, hope and pray that you don't get a bad card? There are 2 enemies in the corner of the board. Okay, so that means there can be one here, 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 or here. So we should probably flip those last. But at least we know now that out of the 4 enemies, right, there's 2. Okay, we got a cash one. Ooh, okay. So if that's the case, we shouldn't flip that one. We know that there's 2 here, so that means there can only be... If there's 2 in the corner, there's 1 here, that means there can only be 1 more bad card in the middle of the board, right? Cash. The eye opens. It's looking up. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that that's where the bad card is? Okay, wait. If this is the case and we're going off the logic of the game, there's 4 bad cards. Does that mean that I can flip all of these other ones except the corners and just do those last? Oh? 0 enemies in this column. Well, never mind. I was confusing columns with rows. I realize this doesn't help us at all because of course there's none. So we can flip this one then. So now is where we take a gamble if we so choose. We know that out of these 3 cards there are 2 bad ones, so I feel like it's not even worth it. We already are leaving here with $48. I feel like we should just stop here, and we didn't lose any hearts. Look at us, we're already doing pretty good. What? Molt Hive Mind? When you flip a Molt card, reactivate all other Molt cards. What? Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So this is more waiting, because you're waiting an hour, hope that your perk becomes good, I guess. So when the round begins, flip a card that is adjacent to exactly one enemy. That is pretty good. Can I buy this one? Okay. You can also re-roll once, I guess. When you flip a multiplier card in the corner, upgrade it. Okay, out of these ones, I feel like it's not really worth it to keep going. I think I'm gonna go for another round, maybe try to see if we can get close to that 99 mark for the next one. I'm starting to slowly understand this game, guys. Intangible fractions, but the quarter might be your undone steps. Bro, English. All right, we're back in another round. Not gonna lie, guys, I'm very tired, but I'm gonna try. See, I don't know what... I'm assuming that the only point of having the eye is to rely on perks. So like if you have a perk that goes with the eye, then the eye is helpful. Other than that, the eye basically just acts as a card that you don't have to worry about being bad. What does this mean? To the right reactivator. Ah, okay. There are 2 enemies in the corners of the board. Okay, simple enough then. So we don't need to go for any of the corners because we know that's already half of the bad guys, right? Okay, we got some cash there. I'm gonna go with this one. Oof, okay. So we know that's a bad one. We shouldn't go for the corners, but because I flipped an enemy card, I got a random card flipped over here for one of my perks, which is awesome because now we know we can sort of almost figure out where the bad cards are. So honestly, can we go for this one? And then I'm going to go for maybe this one, multiplier 1. I feel like the likelihood of there being another bad one underneath here is oh, but wait, if that's the case, there's 2 bad ones. The rest of the bad ones are in the corners. So I should, if the game is telling me right, 0 enemies adjacent to this card, so we know that that's true. We can flip this one, and boom. It's not even worth going after these other ones, of course, just like last time. And we got $44. No, we got 60. So 60 plus 44. That should get us more than enough to get to the 99 door, right? I think. Okay, plus 60. We have $104. Look at that. Wait, you can... I just realized in the top here, you can buy more time. So legit, if you feel like you're... Why would you buy more time if you can leave? I guess if you're addicted to this game. Okay, so we now have $100. Problem is, we won't be able to go to this door if we buy any of these perks. So I think we're just gonna have to use all of our money if we want to go to the store. Wait, I just realized these cards are like the little Rorschach tests, if you guys know. Like I just realized that they kind of look like them. I mean, I could just be overlooking this a little bit too much, but that's what they remind me of. So when an eye opens, reactivate non-eye cards in corners. That could be somewhat helpful. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really just want to go to this next door, so I think we're just gonna use our money here. I'm sorry. Okay, already we're starting off okay. I don't know what these little eyes are exactly for still. The only thing I can even remotely think of is that they're straight up used to rely on the perks that you have. Alright, so eye opens, it's looking up. I don't know if that means that it's looking at a bad card. There's 1 enemy in this row. Okay, so out of this one, there's only 1 enemy, which is kind of good because if we find the enemy, then we know that there's only 1. Multiplier. Got some cash there. I just took a gamble on that, by the way. Okay, we open up the eye, which I guess there's a situation where you could basically wait to open the eye. Because if the perk is like complete the column with the eye open to get it, you could wait to open it. I don't know. Oof, that's kind of bad for us. But if that's the case, we know there's an enemy here. More than likely, there's not one here. And we know that there's 2... or there's 1 in here, so that already gives us half of the way. If we can honestly just figure out where the enemy is in here, we might be okay. Okay, I went for a gamble on that one because there was already an enemy above it. I'm gonna assume, not sure, that there's probably an enemy right here. Oof. Okay, well... Oh, what the... Global reactivator? So that reactivates every card that you already have. Well, we know that these aren't enemies. Wait, there's 1 enemy in the corners of the board. We know it's not here because there's only 1 enemy in this row. Okay, so we've already found the 2. Wait, of course there is. Oh, if we would have gotten that, that would have helped us. Oh, man. That sucks. There's probably not one here. Oh, my God. $326. Dude, we're doing so good. I almost want to risk it to see if we can get more money out of this. But at the same... Okay, I'm going to go for this. Well, wait a second. 1, 2, 3. There's only 1 more bad card, right? Oh, no. Well, we know the rest are bad. That was very much a risk. I should have just stopped while I was ahead. $385. Okay, it's a lot more expensive now. I think I'm gonna heal again. Wait, time's up? Guys, we didn't hit our mark. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We lost. Follow us or whatever. Maybe we'll update this. Okay. Alright, so guys, I wanted to start this over again because I honestly really want to try to beat this. We were actually doing really good there. We had like a ton of money and then we somehow managed to fail. So now that I understand the grasp of this game, I might do a little better. Alright, so let's just start off by going. This is actually a really fun game, by the way. I'm going to be leaving this in the description below if you guys want to check it out. It's like addicting. Okay, bad card. Already good start. More than likely, there's not one above it or around it. I'm kind of using like Minesweeper rules, I guess. I don't even know if that's part of it. That's just how I play Minesweeper. Which I kind of wonder, because I know there's like a strategy for that game where you can like count the number of whatever. Maybe there's that for this, but okay, we got some money there. I feel like we shouldn't try to overdo it for the first round. Okay. Oh no, God, I already wasted. What am I doing? Okay, well we know for a fact, right, that the other ones are. There's zero enemies in this column, so we can go down here. 0 enemies in the corner of the board. Oh, sweet, awesome. I would think that there's not gonna be one here. That'd be crazy, right, for them to put 3 right there. Okay, I almost want to get these 3 because this one feels like an enemy card. Yeah, I think we shouldn't go crazy with it. I think I'm gonna screw it. Oh, adjacent reactivator. Like, it's so close. Oh, I flipped that one. Okay, we're going off of a 50-50 shot here. I think it's a good place to stop it. 26, not bad for our first little run. Just blink when you flip an eye, reactivate it. Buy now. Maybe. Let's re-roll this because we don't even have the money for any of this stuff. So this one's pretty good. When you flip an enemy, you flip the non-enemy card below it. So that might actually help us a little bit. I think I'm going to go with that one. And then we're going to use the rest of our money to go ahead and go to the next door. So we don't have any cards that rely on eye. So I think we should just flip this, right? Because, yeah. Multiplier 1. Oof. Not great. Not going to lie. We're only getting multiplier cards. This sucks so much. Oh, not doing too hot. Okay. Got a little bit of money there. To the right reactivator. Okay, well there's nothing to the right, so I guess that doesn't matter, right? Okay, we got some cash. We're not really getting any hints. Wait, are there no hints on this one? I have 1 hint. Oh my god, I'm doing so bad right now. I'm so sorry, guys. Well, there's 4, right? So I guess. Oh, I don't want to risk it. I want to end it now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to kill one so we don't just die the next time. Ooh, when a round begins, flip bottom most cash card. That is kind of good. Honestly, I think we should leave it there. Let's go for the next door, see if we can get some more money racked up. Boom, look at that. We already got the most cash card down there. I'm gonna assume one of these is bad, but I don't know which one. Okay, we got a multiplier. I'm gonna go for the... of course, what is wrong with me? I have the worst possible luck. Okay, so we have seen 2 cards be beside each other that are bad, but the likelihood, I feel like, is kind of low. Oh, what was wrong with me? No, I misclicked. I misclicked the bad card. Oh, and there was one. Are you kidding me? This is horrible. Not a good run, guys. Not a good run. The likelihood that there's 3, though, right? Yeah. Okay. Do you even have empathy for me? Am I also a puppet like you? Why? I still don't understand why you have a stitch right there. What happened to your brain? Anyways. Oh, brother, if we die, I feel like we should just take our losses so we don't. We were getting such good luck. So yeah, I personally thought we had a lot more time than we actually have, but silly old me, I guess, right? So yeah, I wonder what this one is. When an eye opens, flip adjacent multiplier cards. Does that mean that if there's any multiplier cards, it will flip them automatically for you so you don't have to worry? If that's the case, that's a good card. I'm gonna go for that one, and then I think we're gonna go for the $9 door again. So okay, we got the most expensive card flip. What happens when we do this? So that is how it works. So we basically just got like a free flip. That's nice. I'm gonna assume this one's probably bad. Okay, we got some cash ones. I would assume one of these 2 are bad, but I don't know. Okay, multiplier, cash. Okay, we're doing pretty good. $12. Ooh, more money, more money. This one almost certainly has to be bad. Like, am I wrong about that? Like, why do I keep doing that? I keep flipping that one and it ends up being bad. There's 2 enemies in this row. Okay, that kind of helps us. So this one's already bad. So out of these 3, we know one of them has to be bad. So I feel like we shouldn't flip any of those. At least not right now. Oh, cool. So it reactivated that. I wonder now if we get a good one, will it also get that again? Oh, we should have waited. Okay, well, hold on. This does help us a little bit. There's 4, right? So we know that there's 1 here. We know that there's another one here. That makes 2, 3. So we know that the other enemy has to either be here, 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 or here. Just going off of the likelihood that it's... Okay, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Let's go for that one. This will at least get us some extra money to help us out a little bit. I feel like we shouldn't even risk it. Let's just stop here. We got our money. Oof, that's gonna use up 30 minutes, but I really want it. So we already have the basement money card, so it's not gonna be good to get it again, right? Unless it stack, like if it flips the most expensive, does it just go to the next most expensive? Okay, when you flip up the last card in a group of 3+, upgrade the whole group. Okay. Ooh, when an eye opens, flip adjacent hints. That's actually kind of good though. I'm gonna get that. Oh, are you kidding me? Wait, hold on. Can we sell something? I feel like this hasn't even been helping us, because the thing is, when you flip an enemy, flip the non-enemy card below it. I honestly wonder, does that mean that there's an enemy below it, it just won't flip it? I feel like we could sell this, right? I kind of want to do this one. All right, we got our money back. Let's go through the door. Here we go. 1,000 milligrams. So is this... I do wonder about the lore of this. Is this some kind of like therapeutic test that we're doing? Like, I mean, we have this guy here. Is he supposed to be like a therapist? We also have like a plant. It says do your best. Like, it's like he's trying to basically help us. I don't know. Maybe it's to help with a gambling addiction. So if we flip the eye, it'll give us some hints. There's 1 enemy in this row, right? So we know for a fact there's 1. So honestly, if we can find the enemy and waste a shield, then we can at least flip the rest of these. But now that we know that, I feel like we should just hold off on this. There's 0 enemies in this row? What? Oh my goodness. Thank you. I feel like we should just waste a shield here then, right? I wonder if that's bad. Yep. So this one's 100% bad. We didn't even have to waste a shield. Sweet. Look at this. We're already doing pretty freaking good. So now if that's the case, we know that there are basically 3 more cards in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not very good in terms of... Oh, Lord. Okay. I feel like maybe a corner. Oof, not great. But we could waste another shield to figure out if we can get some more money, right? The likelihood of there being 3 is kind of low. So we already know that there's 1, 2, 3, which leads 1 more bad card in here. We could waste a life and try to go for that extra money. It's very possible that we could get another global reactivator and get a ton of money. So, and we got it. Okay, I'm calling my loss here. We're good. I think there's only like 2 of those anyways, right? Yeah, at the bottom it tells us how many. I should have been looking at that. So $613. Like, are you kidding me? That's amazing. That was so good. Like, honestly, if we could do that again on the next round and just get lucky, we could legit just leave, and then we've already beaten the game. What is this? When you sell this perk, flip 1 mult and cash and 1 hint. Oh, okay. I got an idea. Let's do that. What is this? When you flip a card, flip adjacent face down cards. Ooh, that's actually kind of good though. So does that mean so if we flip any cash card, any adjacent face down cash cards will also come up if I can talk. This one's not that great though, right? Because you only get a little bit of extra cash by flipping it. I'm gonna sell that one, and I think we're gonna buy this one. And then let's go through the 99 door. All right, so we got the most expensive one. Let's flip the eye. Let's flip the eye again. There's 1 enemy in this row, so we know that there's 1 enemy right there. Okay, understood. Honestly, I kind of want to risk it because we're only going to be using 1 shield and we could potentially get this entire row cleared out. Oh my god, that is so helpful, the magnetic money. So we know for a fact that 1 of these 3 cards is a bad one. I feel like 1 of these is bad as well. Okay, I just took a random risk there. Okay, more money. I like it. We have 35 minutes though, man. This isn't great. This isn't gonna go on for a while for us. I guess if we need the money, we could just sell all of our perks and get extra money, right? Ooh, that was good. That was good. All right, so we know that one of these is bad. I'm going to assume this one's bad, but I don't know for a fact. Let's just go. We got another multiplier. This one could also be bad. So honestly, we have 2 shields. Okay. So we know those are good. One enemy adjacent to this card. We already got that one. So maybe they're... Yep, okay. We're good. Got extra money. What? We can already leave. We can already leave. We can get the exit key and leave. Should we risk it though? We have one more shield. I mean, why not? Yeah. So that's too bad. Okay, never mind. You know what? I'm just going to stop here. We got our winnings. We can leave, guys. I feel like we should just do this in case we need the extra health. Like in case they're going to do some crazy battle or whatever at the end. No! Oh my god. I thought I had more time, but I didn't. I just completely ruined the round. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna just cut the video and get back to where I was, and then we will go from there. Okay guys, so for y'all, it was probably like 1 second, but I had to play through this entire thing again, all because my idiot self decided to heal once when I didn't have any time. We now have more than enough money. I'm gonna see what happens when we hit exit. Okay. Oh. Wait, did we hit the quota for the amount of minutes that we needed? Okay, JJ's rules start with a loan. See you tomorrow. Wait, that's just our career progress, so if we make it through, what does that mean? And that's it. Alright guys, well, my game crashed and I pretty much lost all my progress on there, on the minutes. But I had a ton of fun playing this. Honestly, it definitely reminds me of like Buckshot Roulette and like Inscryption, stuff like that. It kind of has that same essence. I am kind of wondering and I'm kind of curious on what this is supposed to be. Is this like a therapy treatment? I'm sure we're gonna find more lore. It kept talking about worshiping someone, almost like this is some kind of cult or something like that. Wasn't entirely sure on what that meant, but I am very curious to see what happens when this full game releases. They did say that they would do a full game as long as people actually supported them and updated it, so I'll be leaving this in the description below if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!